Today did not turn out at all as I had hoped. I had high hopes for that nitro bluing, the chemical bluing process for that Damascus, and unfortunately, as you'll see in the video, apparently from what Elliot and I were saying is that he doesn't think that whoever forged that Damascus, and it's kind of a mystery Damascus. We figure it's Alabama Damascus, and we don't know exactly what forge it came from and things like that. But the steel was given to me by a customer, and he decided that the knife design was what he wanted. When we put it in that hot caustic bluing solution, the knife warped at the tip, and you'll see it in the video. So I basically had to regrind that knife today. It's significantly shorter because I had to take that warp out. I could not straighten it. It would have just broken the tip off, and I'd had to do the whole thing anyway. So it did look awesome. It looked gorgeous, but problem is it warped. And so now we're not going to try and redo the bluing. We tried that process once. It's just going to get etched. So you'll see in the video, this is going to be a longish video. Matt did a lot of the video taking. So I'm just going to throw it all together. You guys are going to see it. I'll see how long it is, but it's going to be a longer video. But you're going to get to see me grinding some knives and doing some nitro bluing and stuff like that. So all right, guys. I'm going to put this at the end, or at the beginning, but I'll also do an end. But yeah, today was a comedy of errors. It's 1 o'clock. I got up there at 9. I had every intention of being back here at the house by about 10:30. Did not work out that way. So, all right. Hey guys, it is early-ish. It's about 9:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. Those two little snippets of video you saw yesterday, I was getting ready to blue the knife that I made. Ran out of propane. Couldn't even get the bluing solution to a boil. So we're gonna try it again. And I need to trim my beard. So we're gonna do that this morning. I was going to fix my bathroom's tub. There's a crack in my tub, and I have a fiberglass kit that I was going to use to fix it with my friend Matt, who's actually going to show up here today. But I had a major leak under my kitchen sink, and I had to tear all that plywood out, and my back really hurts. I spent 3 hours yesterday tearing out all the plywood. It's not completely done. It's all dry, and that whole area that got wet is drying out right now. I still have some final cleanup, and I got to cut off the brads, make some supports and stuff because the ones underneath got pretty wet. I think that the baseboard area, the 7-Eleven board, I think it's okay, but there's a little bit more that needs to come out. But I just couldn't do it anymore, and so I put the fan in and let it dry out. So in lieu of fixing the bathtub this week, next weekend, since I do all the tear out, we're just gonna make the panel and supports and fix my bathtub all in one weekend. I think Nico's gonna come down, my friend Matt's gonna be there. We'll probably put some video up. I'll try and get my buddy Clint to come help. Jesus, that'll be a shit show. Get all 4 of us together. Yeah. So, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start getting everything ready with this bluing solution. It's a caustic solution, and you have to get it to a boiling temperature, and then you put it in and you form an oxide layer on the outside, and it gets different colors. And we're gonna see how that looks. So when Matt gets here, I might have Matt do some of the filming for me because I'm gonna need both hands. And it's kind of dangerous because it's a caustic solution. Chris Williamson he got a little bit of it on his arm the other day and got a chemical burn on his arm. So especially you don't want to get in your eyes and things like that. So we'll see how this works out. But yeah, we're gonna get some video of that a little bit later. But yep, just giving you guys an update. Knives have come in. I have got to get this knife. I have got to get this knife done for this customer. So Fair & Forge is giving me knives. If you guys have given me knives, Fair & Forge's knives are starting to roll onto my workbench. They're giving them to me onesies, twosies here. They gave me 4 the other day. Like I said, keep in mind, if Fair & Forge, or there's a couple other people that are knife makers that I've been working with, a little bit local guys here, Robert Bodiger and stuff like that. If those guys get with me and say they need something done, your guys' stuff always gets pushed. I'm sorry I have to, because I have to meet their production schedule. And the last thing I wanted to talk about on this, and I know we're in my car and I didn't bring a tripod and I'm just holding this. It's stuck. It's on my steering wheel right now. So, when you guys go, if you order a Ferrum Forge knife, I just had one of my subscribers, Sour, just told me, Vinny said that he's sending me his Stinger XL that he just got. Okay, when you look at the price on Ferrum Forge website, it's $30 or $35, I think. So when you see that, what you're not accounting for, it's $30. Yeah, it's $30 on their site. So my base price is $25. It's $30 on their site, and that's to account for shipping and things like that. So that's how they make a little bit of money. I make some money, but in the end, you guys save money, because if you ship a knife to me from where you're at, you're getting a minimum of $7 for flat rate box. Then you're paying for me to send it back. That's $14 round trip. Then my $25. So it's actually costing you a total of about $39. I can't pay the shipping cost. If I was paying shipping cost, I'd have to, every knife would be at least $39 starting. So if you're buying a Ferrum Forge knife and you think you want me to sharpen it, just order the option. You can always resharpen it later if you don't like the edge, because some people, that edge is just a little bit too fine. But if you order that edge and you don't like it, it saved you about $9 in the big scope of things. So that's kind of the way we did it. That's why we did it that way. Okay, so yeah, if you're ordering a Ferrum Forge knife, your best bet is to go that route. So, all right, guys, I gotta go get this little stove set up and everything. Matt should be here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna drink some more of this coffee. This is it's Pete's cold brew, dark chocolate. It's really, really good. So, yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. We'll get some of this started. Okay, guys, so same as yesterday, what we have to do is we pretty much have to set this up, this little stove, a little container, and we have to take the caustic gluing solution that is in this container, and we're gonna get it hot enough to boil. Now I'm gonna wait a little bit because Matt's coming and he kind of wants to see this, so I've got to get this stuff all set up. I got the new propane tank on it. So what you're doing is basically using chemicals to form an oxide layer on the exterior of the steel. And so what I've done is, it's over here, I hung it up. I've taken the portion of the knife that's going to be visible, and I've done a really, really mirror polish, as good as I can get, because you're never going to be able to get it perfect. There's a couple of minor scratches that just aren't going to come out. Tried and tried and tried. They're deep enough in there that they're not going to come out. And we're going to blue that. We're going to blue pretty much the whole knife, but the important section is the part that's going to be visible above the wrap. So that's hanging there, and then we're gonna get this all set up. So I'll get some video of that. I'll have Matt do the video for me. So that's where we're at right now, guys. All right, guys, I didn't want to wait on Matt any longer, so what I did, I just lit the burner. The solution is in the thing. As soon as it gets to a boil, we will get this started. So I'm just gonna dunk it. Chris Williamson recommended that since this Damascus is kind of unknown, we're not 100% sure how it's going to react. We've never done Damascus steel in that. They've done the Dragon scale Damascus, and I'm sure you guys have seen the Ferrum Forge Dragon scale Damascus knives, but if not, I'll definitely gonna put one of the pictures that I have on my phone in of it. We're gonna see how it works out. He said give it about 15 seconds at a shot and check it every 15 seconds or so. So once this gets to a boil, we will dunk it and see what happens. So I just videotaped this. It didn't show up. Matt just showed up here a bit ago. We're going through his knife case. We're all waiting on his stuff. And so, like I said, the last time I tried to shoot this video, I don't like serrations to begin with. But what the fuck purpose does that serve? And those are, what are they again, Matt?
Laser cut serrations.
Laser cut retardedness. That's, like I just said a moment ago, like wiping before you poop. It makes no sense. But he brought his whole case and we're going through stuff. I need to go check and see if that caustic solution's boiling. Let's go check and see if the caustic solution's boiling yet. It's trying to. I see waves on the surface. Either that or there's a dinosaur coming. Or my friend's mother. Matt, you're videotaping. I got this stuff. Alright, let's pull it out and see what we got. We got nothing going. Put it in for 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 6, 7, 8, that's 10. Looks like we're starting to get some colors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, we're getting more colors. Keep going. What we got? How's that starting to look? I can't tell because I got.
It's kind of hard to see on the camera.
Kind of hard to see with those yellow tinted lenses.
You can see the line.
Go back in for another few seconds. I'm sure that these fumes probably are not good for me, just blowing in my face like this.
Yeah, I'm standing upwind.
I was until the wind changed.
Yeah, I've been following it.
Ooh, we got something going. We'll give it about another, give it a few more seconds. Few more seconds. We're just keep going until I get to a color I like. Or it's all screwed up and then I have to start over. I think we're there.
Let's take a look.
We'll do another 15-20 second dunk and then see. I'm not going to get the blues and stuff like they get in their dragon scale Damascus. I think we're done for right now. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Go wash this off real quick. Give it a quick look. Cold enough I can touch it. fumes on my hand. I can feel an itch. I think I might want to go back and give it a couple more. It was just starting to get the blue coloring that I wanted at the spine, but not at the tip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rinse it off good, make sure there's no soap on it, turn that back on, and go dunk it in there and see if I can't get more of the blue color I'm looking for. Now that I've washed it off and I can see it, I'm starting to get the colors I want, and they're probably not going to show up. Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them.
I'm starting to get the blues and browns that I'm looking for. We'll see. We'll see that turn back on. Get it boiling again, and then as soon as I figure out where I put the torch to light it with. A little bit of extra. And the thing is too, we're dealing with kind of a mystery Damascus. We know it's a type of Alabama Damascus. The steel was given to me the gadget one tonight. So, with that being said, we're not 100% sure all the contents of the steel. So, we're going to keep trying. This is a trial and error thing. And the worst case scenario is I can always buff this back out, start over again. There it goes. Let's get this in there. I'm getting the blue up high on the thicker pieces. I don't know, maybe if it's dissipating heat or it's not collecting heat, or I really don't know. We're just gonna play with it till I get it. Hey Matt, could you pause that and do me a favor and get me a glass of water that I can dunk this in and take a look at the colors? What the fuck is up with the fumes following me? That's about where I want to go with it. Okay. Let's turn this off because I don't want to leave a boiling caustic cauldron of death
I support that decision.
in the foyer. Let's take this and wash it off real good and see what kind of colors I can manage to obtain. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Ish. Let's go with acid. That'd be bad. Okay, we're gonna do what we did before, just a little bit more just at the tip. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Let's look at it over here.
Yeah. Make sure I don't knock over all of these boiling caustic chemicals.
That'd be a bad thing.
Yeah. Gonna have a bad time. It's harder to see out here on camera.
Well, I imagine it is, but I'm trying to look at it and see if it's.
We don't care about
What
you,
I
we care
want.
about the viewers.
My viewers
There we
can
go.
even see pictures of it. That's pretty unique. I've never seen Damascus done like that. Let's let it sit. Yeah, I like that. That might just be the way it stays. I might buff this area here again and just leave that buffed. I don't know. I kind of like it like that too.
We'll let it sit for a minute and then we'll check it.
Yeah, we'll let it sit. Think about it. All right, guys, we have found a hitch in the giddy up. Apparently, the steel had not been normalized properly when it got forged, and when it was in the hot, and it's not that hot, but can you see that seam right there? It warped at that seam. So this knife is going to be significantly shorter than it was. I'm gonna have to call the guy that requested it, but it's just one of those things that you find out when you're doing something. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of, it's just gonna be a little bit shorter, that's all. So I gotta call Mark and let him know that his knife is gonna have to be modified a little bit more. And we're not gonna do the heat bluing, we're just gonna do the etch. I know this looks cool and everything, but we're not gonna go back through that again, because this is gonna have a significant amount of work done to it to make that have a new tip. So, yeah. So with the blade being shorter, I've got to modify the handle because now it feels awkward. Felt too thick. There was a little piece. Are you still filming me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Don't expect me to say a lot, guys. I'm looking for something. There was a little piece of G10 or carbon fiber. I can't remember which that we used to extend the platform. just knocking that burr off so I don't, it's sharp with the buff sander. So when it gets wrapped, it doesn't cut the paracord. Basically, I had to modify the entire knife today, and I had no intention in doing that. Just smoothing out some rough corners. Knife makers don't make mistakes. We just make
Shorter knives.
more interesting knives.
Different knives.
Different knives. Not what I intended. It's not what the customer originally had requested, but given the materials and the fact that it decided it wanted to take a turn.
Whenever you're working with Damascus, you should always give a caveat to your customers. It is Damascus, so things go awry.
Things happen.
It's one of the reasons why we like Damascus. Things don't go awry.
Who can occur?
That's why so many people like Damascus. It's because it doesn't have warpy things.
Yeah, this definitely took a warp, but that's more comfortable.
Look, it's better. You've improved it.
Well, it's more comfortable now that I made the handle smaller for such a short blade. I've adapted.
For better.
Yeah, it's better. It's
Better. More better.
It's better. It's more better. That's a double comparative. I think that's against the rules of English.
More better.
More better. Weren't you an English major?
Hey, which means I
You
have
can take
the
some
right.
license. All right, guys. I will do some wrap up on this video when I get back to the house because I'm fucking done for today. Well, guys, so you saw the video. Like Elliot and I said, it's one of the dangers of working with Damascus steel. You're never 100% sure how it was forged. I mean, unless you're dealing with some of the big name forges like Vegas Forge or some of those, some of the big name guys. That was a piece of steel that was given to me by the guy that wanted the knife, and so, it sat and we played around with different ideas of what we were going to do with that, and that design was what had, something I had already made that he saw, and he's like, "That's what I want." Well, unfortunately, the blade is about half an inch shorter now than it was originally. But like Elliot said, I mean, and when you're making knives, nothing's a guaranteed. Everything that you go into, like, a lot of times if you make a mistake, you can easily modify your design. Nothing's ever wrecked, really. I mean, it's not like I would ever throw one of my knives away. It just becomes something new and different. And actually, that design that you saw, the original design, that was surely by accident, and it wound up pretty comfortable and pretty nice. That one is going to be completely different, but we're not going to do the nitro bluing again. So no, that's basically it. I'm out here. I've got my customer Chuck. T is good. I'm currently doing his knife. His is just like mine, except it's brown and black and has the grip tape still in it. Mine has got the grip tape all worn out. So this one's done. And I have another Stinger XL So if you guys haven't gotten to see the Fair & Forge Stinger XL, they're a big honking chunk of 20 CV. They are big. So, no, it's disappointing I put all that work into it. I mean, I literally worked for days just to get the thing ready to do the bluing, trying to get that polish down. And I basically have to start over again because I had to regrind the sides because I ground that tip off and basically restructured the blade. It's a completely different knife now. But you know, it goes with the territory. You can't do much about it when there's a flaw in it. So like you saw in the video, it was right at that one seam. So what we figure is that it just didn't get normalized properly, and just the additional heat of the bluing process, I don't know why, but it took a turn to the right. Like that blade was like whoop, or left, I don't remember which, but it's gone now. It's ground out. So all right guys, I've got a bunch of knives that I gotta sharpen, and a bunch of knives coming, and like I said, I have those knives coming from England, from that company in England that they would like me to do a video. I'm going to shave with one of them for them. They're going to use it as basically an advertisement, so they reached out to me, so we'll see how that works out. And yeah, I've been busy, busy. So yeah guys, that's it. I just wanted to throw this in at the end of the video. It was an interesting day. It was definitely an interesting day. I did not intend to have to regrind an entire knife. I mean, basically, I reground that entire knife all over again. So, all right, guys. I'll try and get some other videos up. Chuck sent me a whole bunch of knives. There's one of them that is just strictly, he sent me, I'm not sharpening it. It's just strictly for the video. It's pretty cool. It's a custom knife factory knife. It is so smooth. So we'll get that. We'll get a video of Chuck's knives thrown in. I don't think I need to do the DOC because, you know, I've done a couple videos on my DOC, but all right guys, I got work to do. I will talk to y'all later. You guys take care, and I will see you next time.